Retroactive time. Yeah, yesterday I was speaking about some reciprocal tariffs, and now today I found my old little circle glasses. Subscribe right there. Okay, time for that Social Security update. This is like a 3, 4, 5 day update, but it's now April, and we got to look at some of these receipts. These receipts and these updates for those that is going to be receiving some of these bulk update payments from Social Security, which is, whether you believe it or not, is owed to you. And some people have received them. So let's get into the show and take a glance, take a gander. Let's look at some of the updates, retroactive. Let's look at this one first. Let me see if I can find it. Let me look up there at the top. That's where it's going to be. And it's right here. Social Security announces expedient retroactive payments. That was back February the 25th, right? So when they did that, here's the Social Security Matters page right here. Announce an expedited retroactive payment and higher monthly benefits for millions. Action support. Let me see if I did this part legitimately right. Yeah, action support. That's right here. The Social Security Fairness Act. So today, that was back when the Social Security Administration announces this immediately, beginning to pay retroactive benefit, and it will increase monthly benefit payments. Now we locked into that. So now let's lock into this other one I didn't picked up on. And this one is this right here. Police warn more than 3 million. Okay? More than 3 million to receive increases in payment through Social Security. This is April the 1st. Firefighters, police officers, and teachers will see higher Social Security payments starting in April after the repeal of WEP and GPO under the new Social Security Fairness Act. So what you need to know about the Social Security Fairness Act is this. I call on the speaker.
What you need to know about the Social Security Fairness Act. Do you know about the new law that's transforming Social Security benefits for millions of Americans? The Social Security Fairness Act is here, and it's putting money back where it belongs, into the hands of hardworking retirees like teachers, police officers, and firefighters. Outdated policies like the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and Government Pension Offset, GPO, have long reduced the benefits this group deserves. But now, the Social Security Fairness Act is turning things around. Let's dive into how this law will directly impact lives. For decades, many public servants who also qualified for Social Security saw their benefits slashed. Why? The WEP and GPO reduced payments for individuals with public pensions or non-covered government work. The Social Security Fairness Act eliminates these outdated policies. Starting retroactively in January 2024, retirees will no longer lose out on deserved benefits due to overlapping public pensions or employment history. This change is transformative. By removing WEP and GPO, retirees can now receive full Social Security benefits without penalty. With the Fairness Act, retirees impacted by WEP or GPO can now enjoy significant increases in their Social Security payments. In fact, average boosts range from $360 to $1,190 monthly. Are you wondering if this affects you? Here's how to find out.
So it's some more Feel free. Well, let's listen to the
You've
rest.
received reduced Social Security benefits due to WP or GPO. It's critical to verify your updated payment status with the Social Security Administration, SSA.
So that's the end of that right there. So, in other words, they show you what's jumping off right there with it. Is that there's gonna be a lot of retro payments. Some gonna get some low, some gonna get some high. Some didn't seem to decrease in their social security. So the thing of it is that they're gonna bounce it back. Hopefully, make sure everything is correct because one thing I do know about social security, if they overpay you, they always turn around the corner looking like they want that money back. You know what I mean? Because I was on there once, man. And I couldn't believe it. I stopped picking up the meds and cut me off. I was like, dang, I was going off of them slowly. But I still had the symptoms of what I was going through. So with that there, let's get another gander and let's say fair use because boy, we finna click up here. The guy done got me interested. And this is the tech show or either the food stamp show, probably next right after him. And let's trip off of this. Which one was I going for? Oh, let me get into history because the history of it is much better. Let me see if y'all can see what I'm saying. Yeah, y'all see what I'm saying? The history. Which one I should go for? This? See, this is the one I was. Which one say retroactive? See, 9,000 retroactive. She'll get this. Hit account in April. So the thing of it, this must be the one. Let me see.
What's going on, everyone?
No, this ain't the one. This.
Increase. Make sure
This is from 4 days ago. So get ready.
you wait until the end of April before you contact the Social Security Administration. That is what they're asking right now. So they might not be able to get it on the exact day. Maybe it's a couple of days later or a couple of days earlier that they'll send out the monthly increase. I don't know. But they're saying wait until the end of the month, and then you can start inquiring about those increases. So we're going to focus on those emails today. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. If you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, first email is coming from Bob. It says, Dear David, I have enjoyed your broadcasts on the windfall and other subjects. I have received my back pay and finally my letter confirming my benefits. I was an employee for 3 different cities for nearly 40 years. I had several other non-municipal jobs plus military service prior. My question is for a friend of mine. She is a widow and was a school teacher for most of her career. She is receiving a minimal amount of Social Security. Her husband was a Vietnam veteran and United Airline pilot. He passed away last April. When she reported his death, she would have not been eligible for widow's benefits due to her teacher's pension. Would the WEP and GPO bill make her now eligible for widow's benefits? Okay, so this situation is, this is actually an interesting situation because if she did apply back in April, then she would have, April of last year, then she would have qualified for this, the survivor benefits and, the lump sum and all of that. I don't know exactly how Social Security is going to handle a situation like this. And so hopefully what they'll do is they'll be able to go back and they'll see that she could have qualified back in April and of last year, but she didn't apply because of weapon GPO, or GPO would have impacted her, so she wouldn't have been able to qualify at that time because she had a pension. But now that if she applies today, I would imagine they would be able to give her the survivor benefits plus give her, then they might, this is kind of, we don't know exactly how they'll handle this. They could go back to April and say, okay, from April on, we'll give you a retroactive payment for that, or they
Yeah,
could say, no, we're not going to be able to give you a retroactive payment because you're applying for the first time. So we can give you a retroactive for survivor benefits only, not for GPOs. So they wouldn't give her that 1 year retro, but they could give her 6 months, and that's what they've been doing for a lot of people. So
oh yeah. So well, I'm trying to figure out what is this GPO thing is. See, it's like, man, when you do this, you be having to have to get into some homework and every darn thing. So, that's basically like his show. Go over there and check it out. He does a lot of updates, and on some of my other videos, I put a couple of other streamers. So, with the Social Security thing, these Doge increase, the more they find, the more that would be coming out to everybody. Shit, if the numbers go up and if people is reporting things that they may see uh, right at the workplace, or misuse fund, fraud, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? I don't hear you. I don't hear you. But if anybody know what that GPO means, uh, just put it in the chat. I think it may mean government payment office. I don't know. But other than that, let's look at one of his other clips, because this one is interesting too. Monthly increases. And I think he did this one. Or should I just hit his page? This one.
average
Yeah, this is the one. Let's get ready.
increases in April. And according to this article, the average retro payment is $6,710. And we've seen people that have received a lot more than that. Some people, the highest that I've seen is in the 20,000, I think it was like 24,000. And this depends on what category you fall under. Do you fall under WEP? Do you fall under GPO? They eliminated both of those.
Oh,
And so if you fall under GPO, some of those people are receiving really large lump sum payments. Now, based on the latest numbers, the Social Security Administration has already paid out 1.12 million people more than $7.5 billion in retroactive payments.
that's a lot of money, man. I'm talking about, look, March the 4th, the agency has already paid out 1.12 million people more than 7.5 billion in retroactive payments. So somebody doing a whole lot of work over there. So while the Doge team is checking one thing, they gushing out these other things, taking care of Americans, civil workers, people that then put some cold hard years, blood and sweat into this thing. So and these are the payment dates right here of where people should be seeing these money increases. So don't worry if some of your things get be late, because like in the media airwaves, in news and things, they may make it seem like Doge is out there pausing certain things, and then anybody can put out something like the computers are frozen and this, that, and other. So you may have that happen in certain states. So, feel free, fair use, to go over there and look at some of these shows and look back at some of my others. And until then, all I'm going to say, that is about it. Wait a minute. I just made, I keep giving y'all one of these cliffhangers. And I may have a cliffhanger. Let's just look at this just to make sure some things could come up a little bit better. I did see this right here. See?
Ever seen.
Oh, this is our girl. This from 2 days ago. secret report, but I think I already showed y'all this. So that's about it, because I showed y'all that the other day. They done found some people and things may jump off. So feel free to go and look at that, study those clips. Then you may be informed about a lot of more than what meets the eye of maybe the reason why they don't want people to dig into this so-called privacy. If someone look in there, is they really calculating and memorizing all of your numbers so they can keep an eye on you? Who could say? Until then, peace out. Hope you enjoy the show. I'm going to try to find some more stuff up on this and recovery.